Hi guys, how are you? So it's been a while. So I thought I would hop on to say hello, see how you guys are doing. So let's get talking. Take out your knitting, your crochet, your yarn craft, whatever you do. Let me know down below what you enjoy most, whether it's crochet, knitting, any other fiber arts like quilting, etc. I would love to know. Get your coffee. This is my second cup of the day. It's only 11:40. So let's go. Cheers to that. So, just wanted to hop on and tell you guys what I have been doing. So I finished up making a couple of hats that are for donation. I'm gonna be going to the city to hand out donations for that. Um, and I made a hat for my dad's girlfriend. That is in white and red. I have actually the yarn right here. Here's the red that I used. It's probably like halfway done. And then the white for the brim. I kind of made it look like a Santa hat a little bit. Just have to figure out how to make pom-poms. If you know a link down below, if you know a link that could help me, please comment it down below because I would love to get more information on it and possibly more people can learn or even sharing other people's ideas can actually really help another person's small business. So I would love for that. So I made that. I'm making my boyfriend a scarf that has the colors of the Giants football team, the New York Giants. So I'm doing that, keeping busy. I have work later on, so that's going to be fun. Um, I want to take the person that I work with to a light show somewhere local. I hope we could do that this year. It would be fun. Um, so yeah, that's a little bit about what I've been up to so far, especially with the holidays coming up. Also, I've been trying to really self-reflect and do a writing journal, and this is called Notes to Self. I got it at Five Below. By the way, this isn't a sponsor through anything. Just wanted to share that with you guys, and I want to share with you guys some of the things that I wrote down today. Oh, not today, a couple days ago. And I want you guys to answer the questions as well. You can comment below. You can tell me what you guys have opinions on when it comes to these questions. I would love to hear more on that. So this one, which is the first page, it says, "This is a space to check in with yourself, ask your body what it needs, practice being vulnerable, practice being strong, find out where joy hides in your life, carve out some me time." I want to actually focus on that really quick. Joy and me time. I love knitting. Whenever I get a chance to knit, I feel like that is a part of me time because it helps me calm down, helps me regulate myself, even if I'm out during the day with a busy, busy day. When I have a break from work and I get to knit, it kind of helps me just regulate myself. I feel a lot more calm. The same with before work, I get to knit. I feel a lot more calm. I feel a lot more confident in what I'm ready to do. The finding just bits and pieces of the day to actually knit, maybe before I go to work, on my break, even during work when I'm working with my one-to-one individuals. I get to just have that moment when it's not crazy. I can knit, take a break, because I sit and eat dinner with them sometimes, and while I'm waiting for our order to come through, if we're at a restaurant or if we're at a quick service place, I get to just sit down and knit for a few minutes before our order comes out. And that's some ways I get some me time. Also at night, before bed, I like to read. I have a couple books I just recently got, and I also got my dad and his significant other, his girlfriend, a book on cocktails. They love making drinks. So, and they have this like whole bar in their house. So, that would be a good place for it to be, and that they can kind of create their own cocktails when they're hosting parties and stuff like that. And I feel like that is their me time where they get to create their own drinks, which are kind of fun. Like creating stuff typically to me is how you can create me time, right? You're getting to be creative, you're thinking outside of the box. Cooking is another good way to be creative. Art, singing, dancing, music, all that stuff is creative. So I feel like that can work. Then it says, observe your feelings with curiosity rather than judgment. Untangle your thoughts. Get clear on your wants and needs. Be better advocate for yourself. Oh, that one was a good one. That's a great point. Be a better advocate for yourself. Um, when it comes to advocating for yourself, just standing up for yourself and your beliefs is great, because when you're thinking of like what is important to you, just kind of shows you who you are, and it helps you um make new friends and kind of find stuff that you are into. Like for me, when I realized that how important donations are, I was able to kind of reach out to different locations. I was able to reach out to different Facebook groups and see if anyone else knows, and I was able to reach out to them, and they were a great help with that. So, having that really helps with the advocating. In this book, take a moment to get it out of your head and write it onto paper. These are notes to self. And then from the author, it says, making this book and working through each page along the way has helped me to be a better friend to myself. I hope it can be the same for you. Grab your favorite pen or pencil, make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, find a nice place to sit, maybe in the sunshine, and let's begin. As you can tell, I already like no fluorescence or harsh light, especially during the day, and I just let the sun in, because my door actually isn't a real regular door. It's actually just glass, so it's a sliding door, so that I can get a lot of natural light. I get a lot of natural light from the window over here, which has what do you call it, which is a window right by my sink, which is great. And the author says XO Lisa, and which is really nice. They have a little art you can draw and color in. I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to be a plant. You can color it out. I have to get some markers or pens to color. So the first question says, what are the signs that I'm doing okay or even thriving? How do they show up in my body or in my personal space at home and the ways I interact with the world? Number one, I feel more talkative. I'm a lot more social when I feel good or confident. Um, when I'm sad, all I want to do is curl up into a ball in my bed with my weighted blanket and just chill. Um, I just want to sleep. I don't drink as much coffee because I just don't feel like I need the energy to do my responsibilities. And I go through those motions where it's like I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, and then I feel depressed. and then I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, and then I feel depressed. And depression is really a hard thing to battle with, and I feel like a lot of you guys would understand that. And um just know that it gets better, and like learning how to cope with your feelings is very important. It's something that I work on every day and everyone should work on. um Using coping mechanisms such as um obviously knitting, if you're here on my page, writing it out, exercising if you're into exercising, eating well, um or even eating your favorite foods can help. But when I'm feeling good, I'm a lot more talkative. I actually want to write again. I work on my writing because I used to love creative writing when I was younger, and then as I got a little bit older, my depression just kind of took that hobby away from me, unfortunately. But now that I'm older, um, writing actually came back into my life again, which is good. Um, when I feel better, I'm more interested into being social or wanting to go out. So I would call up a friend, hey, do you want to go to dinner or do you want to go catch a movie? Obviously, with precautions to be safe. Bring sanitizer with you, bring your mask, and stay safe. Obviously, take precautions prior to leaving, making sure you have your proper safety necessities like your mask, your sanitizer. If you wear gloves, bring your gloves, etc. I end up also knitting more. Knitting has helped me with a lot. Even when I'm depressed, I knit, but I go at such a slower pace, or I don't knit as much. I would knit 2, 3 rows, and then I would stop, and then I would fall asleep. But when I'm feeling better, when I'm feeling a lot more confident and feeling more engaged, I knit a lot more or go to more knitting socials or create more knitting socials. Like creating these videos, um or going to a knitting event that's close by, or going to any knitting Zooms that I might be interested in. Um, I also, when I feel anxious, I don't feel the tightness that is in my chest or my back, nor hiccups. Um, to notice if I'm anxious, I hiccup a lot. That's how someone could pick up if I'm feeling anxious or worried, or I don't feel okay. I hiccup a lot because I don't breathe. I literally hold in all anything I breathe. I just hold it in, and then my body forces me to hiccup so I could breathe. I've had this thing since I want to say 12 or 13, because used to have to do public speaking when I was in middle school, and whenever I got nervous, I would hiccup a lot and stutter a lot. Clearly, I have gotten better with my stutter, but my hiccuping has not um, gone away. Um, and then, last but not least, when I'm alone, I'm okay with being alone. Like, I'm not upset that my friends aren't texting me at that exact moment, or um, I'm okay that my boyfriend is a little busy because my boyfriend, he works 2 jobs, so I'm okay that like he's not answering me right away. And I know it's okay to still send him messages like TikToks or YouTube videos or random messages throughout the day. He'll get to it when he gets to it. And if I feel inspired to or inclined to send him something, I'll send him something and then let him answer it later on. Or if he didn't see it, I can always go back to it. Um, later on to talk to him about it. As long as I at least have it saved and it's there, I won't forget it. So I could always bring it up later on. That's the same with my friends. If I send it to them, they can respond to it later on. Or if I get to visit them or see them, we can talk about it later. And that's just something that I have to remind myself every day. And because I get anxious, I get worried. I'm are they are they mad at me? Are they this? Are they that? Are they da 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 da? And I just don't. You know, I just have to remind myself it's okay. You'll get through this, and they'll let me know if they're mad at me. Let's see. So here's a second picture. I still have to color in. I could always go back to it, right? So the next question says, what are the red flags that I might be struggling to cope? How do they show up on my body, in my personal space, at home, and in ways I interact with the world? Number one is my hiccups. My hiccups get in the way of my conversations typically, and typically it's because of I'm not breathing, and my body is forcing it. So I that gets in the way of me speaking to people, especially when I'm at work and I'm trying to have a conversation, or I'm trying to tell people about our sales because I work at Michael's right now until I get a full-time job. And my hiccups get in the way sometimes of me trying to speak, and I have to remember to just take a deep breath, hold for a second, and then breathe out before I actually talk. And that's okay. That happens, that's just something I have to work on. Before I just did a 5-minute meditation, which kind of helped me just clarify my day, just take a couple deep breaths, and it'll be fine. The next thing that I notice when I am struggling to cope is that I isolate myself. And then I become upset when my friends don't reach out and they don't notice that I'm gone, or not um not answering my phone. I like when I notice that when I notice that people when I'm not answering back, I've gone weeks without answering back people and no one has um written to me or said, "Hey, are you okay?" I just have to know that it's okay. They might be busy themselves, so I have to give them space as well. That's just as simple as that for me. Um, Next is trying to do it all. An extensive, write an extensive list of everything I've been expecting of myself lately. Everything I've been trying to squeeze into my days, all that I am doing, and all that I should be doing. So number one is I work 4 different jobs. I work for 4 different things. So I work for Michael's. I work for 2 different agencies as a one-to-one staff, and I tutor ASL. So I do 4 different jobs. I would like to have one of them be a full-time job, you know. Um, I want to read more. I want to challenge myself with knitting. I want to actually go out and meet new people. I want to go back to college. I want to write more. And I might want to pursue knitting a lot more. The I would like to maybe do fairs to sell some of the products I have made. Um because knitting has become such a big part of my life that it um doesn't seem like this seems like it should be something I could profit off of Also, as well as donate. I want to kind of do both and see where I can be with that. All right. So, there's a quote that they have in here. It says, "No matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough." I That's something that I have to remember every day, that I am enough. I am, excuse me, proud to be me. I am proud to be who I am. I am enough for myself, and I don't have to be to anyone's expectations except for my own. And then the next page says, "Write 3 things that matter most in this season of my life." Number 1 is savings. Saving my money so that I could hopefully get a better apartment. That's number 1. Number 2, having stability, whether it's with friends, with family, etc. And hobbies. Okay. So those are important things in my life. The hobbies are really big because um that's how you can make friends, right? And having a little bit more stable friendships by sharing things that you guys enjoy. And savings, I've been really working on my savings by working on finding a new job, emailing, reaching out, etc. All right. The next question says, "What are the invites or requests I find most difficult to say no to? How could I reframe that guilt or fear of missing out into a positive?" Um, so the main thing for me has been shopping. When I go out, whether it's with my one-to-one individuals or just going out in general, but on my own time, me saying, "Oh, do I really need this book right now?" I have to say no. Or do I really need this thing of yarn? I have to say no because I already have stuff that I need to read or listen to my Audible because I have both. I kind of have to say no to that and really think about it because so that I can say yes for a vacation or a weekend away, do a weekend getaway somewhere. Um, what are you guys' like unhealthy habits? Like, another one for me for an unhealthy habit is eating unhealthy foods. I have a tendency of really liking foods that are not the best for me, like Wendy's, Five Guys, going out for breakfast almost every other weekend. That's not the most healthy choices for me. So for that reason, I need to be like, okay, hey, let me step back and let me actually cook. This morning I actually cooked a healthier breakfast, which was eggs, vegan sausage and spinach I cooked together, and then I had some fruit with it, which was really good and kind of kept me full from 9 a.m. till now. Typically, when I would eat unhealthy food, I would be hungry maybe an hour later, 20 minutes later, but I've been full since I want to say 8:45, 9 o'clock. So that's good, but obviously I've been drinking a lot of coffee, so I don't know if that's been helping. so So yeah, that's what I got up to in my writing in this book so far. Notes to self. If you guys want to comment down below any of your answers to any of these questions, go right ahead. If you guys have any other questions, go ahead, comment below. I would love for that. Um, so I want to talk about podcasts really quick on what you guys are listening to, especially when you're knitting. Uh, Let me try to find my. Okay. So, on On Spotify specifically, I like to listen to this knitting shop um podcast, which is called Knitting Shop Live. They have over 90 episodes so far. So that's something that if you're interested in, I would say go ahead and do that. And on SoundCloud, I sometimes sit down and listen to this thing called Team World Vision. I was a part of it for a while. Um, it helps donate to set up clean water stations in places that need it. Um, Especially for young kids, because most of the time the young kids have to walk miles to get water that's kind of gross and then bring it back to their home. And it obviously makes the families and the kids sick. So I did that for a little bit. And I still listen to their podcast even today. The podcast is great. I would suggest listening to that. Um, I'm trying to find more books on Audible. Let's see, where am I? I'm gonna be listening to The Power of Knitting soon. Um, I already actually finished listening to Friday Night Knitting Club, which was nice. Um, I'm trying to think. I want to listen to Minimalism and Huge. Um, so there's a few things that I want to listen to. Oh, when I was what do you call it? This was back when quarantine was closed, fully happening. Mitch Albom, who's a best-selling author, created a story called Human Touch, which is a fictional yet ripped from the headline story about how lives intersect a small Michigan town amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Human Touch is a story being told in real time to be published in weekly installments. Um, there was 8 episodes of that he created, so that's something that I would suggest listening to. It was really good because like you listen to that for the whole week and then the next week it would come back out. It was really good. Really well done. He's actually one of my favorite authors by far. So yeah, that's basically what I have installed for my podcasts. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and what my video is about today. If you guys want to comment also below what other podcasts you guys listen to, because I want to get more into podcasts and audibles. So if you can comment below, I would appreciate more information on that. All right, so I hope you guys had a good day today. I hope you guys got to get some knitting done, or crochet, or any of your other fiber craft stuff done today. Um, I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you can, press subscribe, press like, press share. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you can, follow me on Instagram at Hiya Becca Knits, and follow me on TikTok, which is Becca Knits. I would greatly appreciate it as well. All right. Thank you guys. Bye. See you soon.